All right, the English Premier League took place this past weekend, and we're going to be talking about some of the highlights of those games, and starting with the first match that took place in the English Premier League this weekend. This past weekend, there was a match between Brentford and Chelsea. Chelsea fans are crestfallen. Their team is actually disappointing them lately, losing the English League Cup final rather against Liverpool, and going into this game, a lot of fans thought their team was actually going to come back and try to show some sort of being remorseful rather for what they did against Liverpool. Anyone can say that it was a game they played very well. However, the Chelsea fans are not satisfied because they want their team to win. Remember, Abramovich came into this team, he bought the team, and they started winning. They won 2 Champions League, 5 Premier League trophies, and they continue to win here and there. But I'm telling you, this team is still not improving, because for the past years now, they've been declining, and that is a call for concern for a lot of Chelsea fans. So on this given day, Chelsea took the lead, and the Brentford came back, scored, equalized 1-1, and then went ahead to take the lead, and Chelsea came back and equalized, and they drew 2-2. Anyone can say it was a positive result. However, the fans are not satisfied. They were booing the team, calling for the coach to be fired, and calling for the owner to actually leave Chelsea. And they were also chanting Jose Mourinho, their former coach who won 3 Premier League trophies with them. All right, moving into another match that took place on Saturday was a match between Crystal Palace versus Tottenham Hotspur. If there's one thing I love so much about this Tottenham Hotspur team, is their resilience. It's about them playing together as a team, and the spirit that is in that team. Since the coach came in, he instilled the mentality that the players are going with, and believe me, they did not allow that lead by Crystal Palace to last long, as they came back, equalized, and beat Crystal Palace 3-1. That is what Chelsea fans are hoping and praying that they have, that Tottenham Hotspur fans are enjoying. All right, I'm moving into another match also that took place on Saturday. Was a match between Everton versus West Ham. Everton, remember, they were deducted 10 points in this season, and they were, in the last 3 on the table, but now they are making progress. You say they're making progress here and there because you have the likes of Luton, you have Burnley, you have Sheffield United, in the last 3. So Everton managed to move out of the last 3 rather, and they are, fighting to stay in the English Premier League despite the fact that they were deducted 10 points, and they lost that game against West Ham 3-1. All right, we're still going to be talking about the English Premier League games and some of the things that took place in the English Premier League after the short break. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to that short break, and we'll be taking a look at some of the actions that took place in the English Premier League, and talking about the game between Fulham and Brighton. Fulham, they're in top form, I must say. They're winning, big games these days, games that nobody envisioned them to win. They're winning them. They went to Old Trafford. They got a win. 2 goals scored by the Nigerians players who just came back from the AFCON, in the person of Kevin Bassey and Alex Iwobi. They scored 2-1 as they beat Manchester United 2-1. And then going into this weekend, they were, in good spirit, playing against the Brighton side that are doing also very well in the English Premier League, and they have quality players, and they are known for their attacking philosophy, and believe me, they are doing very well also on their level. And Fulham were not, giving up on that game. They came in with so much confidence that if we can beat Manchester United at Old Trafford, why not replicate the same form at home? And believe me, they did not disappoint their fans as they won that game 3-0. All right, moving into another game also that took place on Saturday was a game between Luton versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa going to Luton. It was going to be a difficult one because playing against teams that are fighting to stay in the English Premier League is always a difficult task for any team, no matter how good you are. Aston Villa going into that game, a lot of people envisioned them to win and they did not disappoint. However, it was a difficult match, but they managed to, win that game and they won 3-2. Now moving into some of the games that took place on Sunday, it was a game between Burnley versus Bournemouth, and Bournemouth once again proved to a lot of people that they're actually, picking their form and they want to stay in the English Premier League. A goal scored by that guy Justin Kluivert, who scored the first goal, and Bournemouth won that game away. All right, in another match that took place on Sunday was a super Sunday for a lot of Manchester United and Manchester City fans. It was a derby, a game that a lot of people were looking forward to. Manchester United lost against Fulham, so going into this one, it was going to be a deja vu to a lot of us, because they played against a team, the reigning champions, Manchester City, was just not going to be an easy one for them. But going into that game, Manchester United started the game very well. They took the lead through that man, Rashford. Marcus Rashford scored a wonderful goal. To me, it's going to be one of the goals of the season. That goal was a fantastic goal scored. However, Manchester City, being the champions and having a good team, a solid team, came back and FIFA then also prove also that whatever Marcus Rashford can do, I can do it better. And he scored a wonderful goal against Manchester United, equalizing 1-1. And he scored the second goal, taking the lead from there, making sure that Manchester City comfortably win that game 3-1. And it was, it was not a surprise, a lot of people, because Manchester United, we know where they are, we know where they belong. They are so directionless at the moment. We don't know where they're going to. We don't know what they're playing, the formation in which they're playing. A lot of us cannot actually explain the formation that Manchester United is playing at the moment. Hence, they're losing a lot of games against smaller teams and big teams. Sometimes they try to pick back. Believe you me, their form is permanent because they are languishing there. All right, those are all the games we have for you in the English Premier League. And now we're moving to the Spanish League to see some of the games that took place. Also, Real Madrid, who are on top of the league, went away to Valencia. It was a difficult one for them. And the Madrid fans, I tell you, are crying right now because the referee actually, they are complaining that they were robbed there because of the VAR, the referee, and his decisions. And it was a very tough game for them because they drew 2-2. And who want to draw points when you want to win matches? You want to win the league. As Madrid is on top of the league, they don't want to draw points. They want to keep on winning because they want to win the league. They want to take the league away from Barcelona. And Madrid did not find that funny as they drew that game 2-2. All right, now moving into another match also that took place in the Spanish League was a match between Atletico Madrid with Real Betis. Atletico Madrid winning that game 2-1. Now moving to Italy, where some few games were played, but I'm going to be talking about this particular one because this team is doing very well. Talking about Roma at the moment. Roma, since they fired Jose Mourinho, the players, I don't know if they were happy with the coach or they're not happy with the coach, but since Jose Mourinho was fired, the players have picked up their form and they're scoring a lot of goals and they're winning matches, something that they failed to do under Jose Mourinho. Now they are doing it with the new coach, and you can see some of the players actually sabotaged the coach's effort, why he was there. But you can never tell, because with football anything can happen. These players are doing very well right now, and they scored 4-1 against Monza and they won that game. Roma are picking up and they are doing very well, and I'm so happy for them. Maybe Jose Mourinho was the problem after all. You never know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the few soccer highlights that I brought to you by myself, Emmy Akura. Until I come your way again to talk about more of the soccer highlights and some of the things that are happening in the world of soccer. Stay tuned.